Hi you guys, my name is Guru Shaki and welcome to my beautiful channel. This is your daily tarot reading for Monday, September 17th, I believe. I'm trying to get these out on time for you before I get distracted from skateboarding or something like that. But keep in mind, this is a general reading, so if you want something more specific to you and your energy, you can book a reading with me in the detail box below. And I know you guys like love readings, so I do have a tarot reading called Who is My Soulmate and What Are Their Characteristics for $25 at this time. So yeah, check it out. Alright. Okay, so someone could be... I feel like maybe there's someone in your atmosphere at this time who could be taking pity on you or like feeding you crumbs or bits and pieces of a situation. Like maybe they're telling you only half truths. As I look here at this card, like a man is just barely giving the woman any food. It could even pertain to credit. So maybe there's a project due of yours that whether you're an editor or artist, whether it's for a playwright or for graffiti or for anything in a creative atmosphere or field, there could be someone who is like, for example, putting their name first on the paper or just not giving you credit where it's due, maybe downplaying your worth, something of that nature. If you're single or in a relationship even, and you tend to find yourself with a partner that belittles you, I feel like my guys are saying like run as far as you can, as fast as you can, as long as you can. And a lot of you guys are encouraged to get out of your city because they want to pay particular attention to those of you who are in a city that no longer suits you, because they're saying like, why are you here? There's nothing left for you here. That could also mean like there's barely any job opportunities where you live. There's barely any anything to rise up in your city. So maybe you have this idea to move to like Indiana or somewhere that will better suit you and your financial needs. Because I do feel like some of you guys are very concerned about balance, especially if you're coupled or married or in a committed relationship. Something that can probably work out for both of you. Maybe one of you guys have like an upper hand in the job and the other person doesn't. It's just an imbalance there, or whether you just, being treated poorly. My guys do keep bringing up being a prude, which I made a reading about, stop being a prude. So I'm gonna have them elaborate on what they mean, because that keeps coming up an awful lot. So be single. So they want to really stress for the singles out there who do watch my things, and I feel like I guess it's a lot of you, and I'm single myself. Basically, you're not acting single, so it's like you can speak to whoever you want. They say to say what you feel, to speak freely, to be more vulnerable, to put yourself out there, to take risks. So let's say there's like this, you're a woman and there's a handsome, or whoever you are, there's a handsome guy, tatted up, very athletic, strong. Looks like he works out, he's in your hobby or your job atmosphere, he walks by you every day or you see him every now and then. Say hi to him. They're literally just saying say hi, and I guess the rest will take care of itself. But taking more risks like that, like some of you guys may have had a friend like I had recently who she told me to basically go for the best. And so let's say you're in a sport atmosphere, hockey, skating, whatever. You go to watch this guy you have a crush on play all the time, and he's like the best skater or the best hockey player out there. And it kind of intimidates you because like, he comes off sure of himself or strong or like he has his shit together. That is the person you're supposed to be talking to. It's like, don't settle for anything less. And even if, she told me, even if you like get rejected, it's like, it was all worth it, because it's like you deserve the best. Like, and I also have a friend who always tells me, to see myself as worthy. But yeah, if you have that person in mind, I feel like your guides are urging you to speak to them, because there's reasons why you're drawn to certain people in your life. It's not coincidence. Nothing is a coincidence. There's certain people whose energy just draws in your attention. And don't get me wrong, these people notice your energy too, whether they act like they do or don't, they do. So this person that you're crushing on at this time, and you may not have spoken to them, maybe a brief moment, maybe a brief interaction, but they notice you nonetheless. They may act like they don't, that because that they might have their wall up too. But the moment you speak to them, I feel like that wall comes down. Like the moment they can get to see your personality, and this is why it's so important for you to be authentic, to be your goofy self, whether you feel like it's too goofy, things like that. But smile and be carefree. But basically, take more risk, and this before it's too late, because this person gives me an energy of like having your eye on them for a long time now. And it could be simply just asking them something in a field that they enjoy or that they mastered. But this person has been thinking of you awful lot. Maybe they, don't see you around as much, and they're just like, oh, where is this person? I'm just curious. I always see this person around this atmosphere, and they haven't showed up lately. Blah, blah, blah. And it could be that they're trying to get the courage to speak to you as well. So some of us don't realize that we have power to intimidate as well. We might downplay ourselves and think, oh, who am I to be great, basically. But being carefree can resolve a lot of your issues as far as like dating or being single. Mingle, 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 my guys are saying, because it could literally save your dating life. And you can actually meet someone you like instead of just choosing from people who come up to you. Like, start choosing for yourself, I'm getting, or taking lead, practicing power. Because a lot of us, if you're anything like me, for example, especially with rape victims, you're very passive at times. And it can come off very, like, you just don't get what you want when you're like that all the time. So it may be scary, but take risk anyway. You may fear rejection, but if you don't try, it's a no anyway. At least if you try, it's a possibility of a yes, which I never even thought of it like that. So that's pretty dope. But just talk to them, my guys are saying. So again, if you have anyone in mind that you want to talk to, just talk to them. It's okay. Go for it, my guys are saying. And then they show me a winky face, so it could end in great sex, or it could end in like getting pizza together or something of that nature. Or you can bring up, oh, anywhere to eat around here, or oh, how do you do this certain trick in this hobby, or oh, what about this job? Just anything to talk about, basically. And we often think that this is a lot of info. We often think that people who are in these like prestige, got it all together, got a car, all these looks or whatever, they look good. We often think that they aren't insecure, but they're human beings as well. And they often, can feel inferior at times too, or feel like they don't want to be rejected, so they stay where they are, but deep down, they want more. But yeah, so consider that. All right, so again, there could also be someone sharing with you little of what they have, or someone in their atmosphere who shares with you regardless of how much they have. Whether they can be in their last time and still share with you, which we need people like that. Be grateful for people like that in your atmosphere. There is money around you, a lot of money opportunities. And there could be people standing in your way of making money. Whether it's your friends, your family, whether it's people, naysayers, or it could be people who are taking up your time and money, because you just want to be such a good person, deemed a good person all the time. So, maybe it's saying choose wisely in that sense. And then beggars can't be choosers. So if you feel like you're in a powerless situation, it is very temporary though. So like if you've been very stressed over like your financial well-being, etc., that can all change. It's all going into a 360 soon. Because you probably will be getting a paycheck soon, or whether you get paid through YouTube or through creative projects like selling on Etsy, things like that. But stability is near, so stable income is near. So it's like if you're in a time where like you don't like to admit that you're codependent or you're relying on other people, I do feel a cycle ending itself. soon or sudden changes near. So it won't be for a long time that you have to depend on someone, for example. But yeah. Alright, so next card here is Kings of Cups. Sorry guys for the noise.